Hey guys, how's it going? I am glad to be back online. I can tell you it's been a hot minute since I have been here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys are doing well and going around town and doing your thing. I decided to pop on today, and I know I've been AWOL for a long time. Holidays, family. I had some health issues, more family issues. So there were just so many things, and then I lost my camera. I didn't actually lose it. I actually gave it to my son, and it was a webcam. He needed it for his college studies, and they kind of like put a webcam on them as they're doing, quizzes and things like that. So I had to give up my webcam, and I had to order a new one for myself because I realized after a few weeks that I'm not getting my webcam back anytime soon. So if I want to continue to do YouTube videos, I have to get my own equipment again. So I went ahead and got another webcam, which is the Logitech, and it's the Stream Cam, I think it's called. It's kind of cool. I'm getting used to it. It seems to be really, really nice. In fact, this is the first video I'm doing with it, so hopefully, fingers crossed, everything will be okay with it. I'm kind of looking at my layout here, making sure that my lips kind of sync with my words and everything is okay. So far, I'm seeing it's okay. If you do see some hiccups, obviously I'm going to test my stream, and I'll run it again, and I'll make sure everything is linking up okay. All right, so this kind of intrigued me. I'm still very avidly watching all types of videos, of course, and I love to follow my existing beauty guru, mature, wonderful ladies here on YouTube. And every once in a while, of course, I comment on all of their videos and all of that, but once in a while, things intrigue me. And I was watching Monika McGillicuddy's video. Now, her channel is called Monika's Beauty and Lifestyle. If anybody has not heard of her, I will link her channel below. Of course, go ahead and hop on and watch this topic that she did. It's a tag, actually, and she got the tag idea from this other wonderful lady in the mature beauty community, and I'm going to read her title. Her title is Sheila from Inside Beauty with the Old Girl. That is her channel name. I think it's a wonderful name. And I went over to Sheila's channel to see the original tag, which is called it's called the Weirdo tag. So 7 strange things about me being me, that you guys might not have known. And I'm sure you didn't know, because I don't think I have mentioned any of these, and I don't really, kind of not talk about my intricacies that much on YouTube. I try to keep it light and fluffy and all of that for entertainment. But I thought this was such an interesting topic, because none of us, there's no such thing as normal. There's no such thing as, inside the box. Everybody has their little, in the Jewish word, shtick, that they do, oddities and strange things that other people don't do, that they do, and they deem it very normal for them to do, but other people might think it's a bit weird or strange that these people do what they do. So I thought I would expose myself today to you lovely gals and guys and talk about some of the strange Maria activities, things that I do that are a little bit weird, a little bit on the strange side. And I want you guys to comment below. I want you guys to open up and let's start a discussion about, normalcy, what is and isn't normalcy, what you guys deem that you have to do or do consistently, okay? And I would love to hear discussions and everything. So I will start the 7 strange things or weirdo things that I do. Okay, so number 1, or that I exhibit. Let's just say that. Number 1, and I'm gonna look off here just because I have my notes here. Number 1, I have and have always had the most sensitive feet I deem on the planet. I don't think anyone, at least no one in my family that I know of, certainly not even my child, nobody that I know of has feet as sensitive as my feet. I cannot really buy shoes online. I cannot just look at it, and it has nothing to do with size, okay? I know my size, which is size 7. I can order shoes if I want to. Usually my sizes don't vary, but holy moly, I cannot go ahead and buy any shoe that I don't try on. I can't wear, for the most part, plastic shoes, although I do have flip-flops that I do wear. I can't wear anything between my toes. They hurt a lot. Flip-flops are hard too. The edges cut into the top of my feet. I don't know if it's just that I don't have enough padding. I've even had sneakers that hurt my feet. And that goes a long way because sneakers are so padded. Pumps always hurt the back of my heels. I have yet to wear any shoe that I don't have to put a band-aid in the back of, on the heel of my foot. I don't have corns or calluses or anything like that. It's not that. I don't have my toes are not misformed or anything. It's just things just start to wear and abrase around my skin, and I get horrible breakout blisters. I will have blisters on my feet if I have to walk in any type of shoes. I wear moccasins a lot for a reason. I wear Sperry shoes, and I wear boat shoes, and I wear suede moccasins, and I wear sneakers about 70-80% of the time now. I'll wear some flip-flops that are okay for me, that are very soft to wear, but for the most, and boots. I can wear boots for some reason. Most boots are okay for me, so I can wear ankle boots. I love Uggs. I can live in Uggs because they are made of sheep wool on the inside, and they're very soft and very pliable. They're like walking on little pillow pads. I can wear those things, and I can order those online. But any other type of shoe, especially pumps or heels or sandals, I have to be very careful because my feet will bleed in an instant if I go ahead and wear those types of shoes. So that's number 1. Okay, moving on. Number 2, I do have a major anxiety of flying. I've tried to get over my fear of flying since I was a very young child. And I've tried everything. I've tried, I've taken Xanax. I've had alcohol before I get on the flight. Anything. I haven't taken a support animal because I don't believe in bringing, well, my animals are support animals anyways. They bite people. I mean, they're not well-behaved or well-trained animals to even take on board. But I just have to realize that at my age, there's only so much I can do, and I can't get over this. I've tried reading books on it. I've tried visualizing. I've tried meditation. I've tried relaxation techniques. I've tried being drunk. I've tried Xanax. I've tried everything, and it takes everything for me to pack and go on a flight. I've actually run away from home one time years ago. When we were supposed to go on a flight to Las Vegas, and I literally ran away from home right before the flight was supposed to take off because I would not go on. I had a full-blown panic attack, and it was because the weather here was very windy and very stormy, and they had not canceled any flights, and I literally ran away until the flight was in the air, and then I came back. So, yeah, I'm extremely fearful about flying. I will not fly under any circumstances when, weather is bad, or if anything's going on in the world, or anything. It takes a lot for me to fly. I think I've I think, you know, obviously it's inhibited my lifestyle a lot. I'd rather get into a 12 or 14 hour car drive than I would to get into the air. I really would. I feel much more relaxed and in control to drive or have someone drive me on the roads. And I know that statistically, my likelihood of getting into an accident with a car is so much higher than you know, falling out of the air, out of the sky on a plane. But heck, I'd rather do that. I'd rather do a 12-hour drive than get in the air for 1 hour. It's just the way it is, and I can't change myself. All right, number 3, scared of monkeys. I am a big pet person. I'm a big animal lover. I love almost all types of animals, except for, like, you know, lizardy animals and snakes. Not that I'm scared of snakes. I'm not scared of them. I have petted them in the zoo, you know, like when a handler hands it, you know, is holding it. I've actually touched an alligator when their jaw was like taped down from, you know, one of these tourist attraction things. But there's something about monkeys, and especially capuchin monkeys, that I don't say frighten me, but I'm just leery of them. I think they have a very volatile personality. I think they bite, they scratch, and they just make me uneasy. It's like looking at a little distorted little human that has anger issues or something, if you can understand that. So they're not something I would ever gravitate to have as a pet. They're not something I would ever do for myself to, you know, go buy one. I just stay away from them. Like I went to Monkey Jungle in Florida when I was younger, and it wasn't a great, to me it wasn't like a wow tourist attraction. Yeah, they chatter, they'll pee on you as you walk by, they throw their poop on you, and they grab the, you know, if you have a treat, they'll scratch you to grab the treat. I just don't really get satisfaction out of being around them. I've gone to Parrot Jungle, which I really like. You know, I've liked to look at the birds. I like to look at other animals. I have no problems with any other animals. You know, giraffes and hippos, and, you know, even gorillas are kind of cool for me. You know, like I'll look at another type of monkey, let's just say. I'm okay with chimps. I kind of find them kind of funny. Gorillas I find fascinating, so I'm okay with them. It's just the little capuchin monkeys, you know, the ones that with the little outfits. There's just something about them that makes me a little bit suspicious of them, let's just say. All right, number 4 is I hate raw oysters. So that's, you know, that's a food thing. I just think they're slimy, they're raw, they are a live being, literally. The freshest ones are still wiggling in the shell. And I used to watch my father, who loves them, put lemon juice on the oyster, and the oyster would like kind of wiggle a little bit as he sucked it from the shell and swallowed it. And I literally, watching someone do that, I want to barf. I have to turn away. If someone's eating oysters at the table, I literally have to do this and turn away at the moment that they're ingesting the oyster. I can kind of look at them on the dish, but I cannot have someone slurping it into their mouth. I just like, oh, you know, I love cooked clams. I love linguine with clam sauce. You know, mussels are not a great thing to me either, even cooked, but there's just something about the raw oyster that I cannot hack. Seeing that slime ball going down someone's throat. I'm sorry if this triggers you, but I just can't do it. Okay, number 5, I really don't like piano playing. I love piano music. I love all kinds of music. I like classical music. I know my classical music. You know, I've been raised on it. My parents, coming from the European background, insisted that I play an instrument, and their instrument of choice was the piano, and they talked me into it. At a very young age, I was 6 when I started maybe to play piano, and a 6-year-old, everything to a 6-year-old is playtime or a toy. And at first I thought this was really cool because I had a toy piano that I got, I guess, for Christmas or something, and I was, doing the chopsticks and playing with it, and then I liked it. I enjoyed the sound of it, but I had no lessons. And then my mother, being that she is, oh well, we'll just have her get actual piano lessons because it looks like the child loves playing piano. So we're going to buy her an upright piano, and we're going to take her to piano lessons, and she's going to learn how to play the piano. And it went from something fun and a toy to play with, just like kids get toy drums for holidays or anything. Doesn't mean that they're going to become a drum player. It just means they like to bang on things. I like to bang on the piano as a toy. That didn't mean that I would want to sit down for hours and hours of strict lessons. So I was forced into this, go twice a week, do your lessons, practice, along with my school activities and school studies. And growing up, this piano went with me. I literally, I think, took lessons for at least 8 years, if not 9, maybe 10. And I finally put my foot down one time when we were moving from New York down to Florida, and my mother was talking about how she's going to move all the furniture and how she's going to move the piano, and maybe they should sell the piano up there in New York and then buy me a new one in Florida when we moved down there. And I'm like, no, I am not playing the piano. I'm not having the piano in the house. I will not take lessons. I will not sit down. I do not like the piano. I just kind of finally made them realize how much I hated playing the piano, being made to sit and practice and play the piano. And to this day, I vowed, because of that, I raised my son that if he wants to play a musical instrument, he will let me know. He did show some interest in guitar, and he showed a little interest maybe in a keyboard for all of 1 week. And it was funny because I felt like a deja vu effect here, because my father, who was in town and had a keyboard with him, was so enthusiastic and happy that my son had taken an interest to the keyboard. And my son was maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old when that happened. And he goes, oh my gosh, he's showing interest in the keyboard, and maybe you should get him a piano, you should get him lessons, and blah blah blah. And I saw my dad reverting back to that whole dialogue that he had with my mother and of course me as a child. And I just like nipped it in the bud. I'm like, no, whoa, this is my child. You are not subjugating him to to all these lessons and buying a piano and blah blah blah. He's showing interest for 1 week. He's if he shows interest for 5 months, we'll talk about it. Or if he comes to me and says, hey, I really want to learn how to play the piano, that's fine, but I am not going to subjugate him to do that. And sure enough, my son went on to do other things. He showed interest in everything, every sport and activity. He showed some interest for about 2 to 3 weeks. And then he went on to the next fun thing. The only thing that we did have lessons for him is tennis, because he did show an aptitude for a long time, and he was a very good player for a number of years. He did get burned out of it after a while, but that we were willing to put money in because he kept saying he wanted to do it and he showed interest in it. But I just made that commitment that I would never do that. Okay, so number 6 is I downplay illnesses. And that's been that's been something, again, that I do since my childhood. I always had a fear of the white lab coat. I always had a fear of doctors, dentists, this and that. My teeth wouldn't hurt. I wouldn't admit to it. If I had a tummy ache, I would downplay it. I went through my appendix. I had my appendix taken out when I was 6. I was in the hospital for about 4 or 5 weeks because I had an infection. Long story, in those days, nothing was simple. Antibiotics were just not that simple. So I was in the hospital for quite a while. I spent my 6th birthday in the hospital, and it was touch and go. My parents almost lost me, honestly, from an appendix. My appendix almost burst, and it was badly infected. And I was such a pro at keeping the pain to myself, even as a child, because I knew something was very, very wrong with me, and I knew the doctors would come and get me. And till I practically passed out, writhing on the floor with pain, I would not let on that anything was wrong with me, because I just knew something really bad would happen to me. And I grew up with that type of fear all my life, to downplay it, to downplay anything that's going on. It's going to be okay. I'll work my way through it. I'll take an Advil. I'll take a Tylenol. It'll be fine, blah, blah, blah. And I had to really be forced to make an appointment or go see a doctor. I still have suspicions that, sometimes I research so much online. I know so much online for, medical things that, I almost think that some doctors are a quack if they say something to me. Are they really telling me the truth? What are the side effects of these medications? Should I really be taking it? Maybe I don't really need to take it. Maybe they're just telling me I need to take it because they're, in the back pockets of big pharma. I mean, all of these things go through my head. This is just one of these weird things that just triggers me. So illness triggers me to almost get that animalistic, don't show that you're sick to the world, survival instinct. So yeah, my little quirk. Okay, and number 7 is odd numbers, and I believe Sheila had this comment, how she always has to pick out things in odd numbers, like she has to have 3 forks or 5 napkins or blah blah blah, whatever she buys, and I'm the same way. It's weird. The number 3 kind of is somehow is an ongoing thing for me. I won't put 2 pens in my pocketbook. I'll put 3, or I'll take 3 napkins when paper towels when I'm drying my hand, or I don't know, just odd numbers like that, but more predominantly 3 instead of 2. I'll buy 3 pairs of shoes instead of 2 pairs of shoes. I'll buy I'll buy 3 apples from the grocery store, or 5 apples from the grocery store, not 4, not 2. I'll get 3 cans of soup. I'll get 3 liters of drinks. It's just weird like that. I mean, 3 kind of gravitates to me all the time. I don't know if it's something like OCD or what. It's just somehow I'm pulled to an odd number. I don't know how it began, and I don't know why it began, but I just noticed that I just normally pick 3 as a number, 3 or 5. So that's that. So that's number 7. So I think I went through everything. Hopefully didn't take too much of your times, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming back, and thank you again for subscribing. And if you're new to me, thank you again for joining me. I hope you've joined me this far, and I hope you go ahead, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I will be putting up some more beauty stuff and lifestyle videos very shortly. I'm getting back in the game, like I said. I've got my nice little camera here now all set up. Everything is ready to go, ready to rock and roll, and I'll be doing my thing as best I can and as time permits. Okay, I love you guys very much. Kisses to everybody, and I will see you shortly back with another video. Bye.